Hello and welcome. So, just as I was getting centered and relaxed and ready for this week's reading, I sat and took a deep breath and okay, ready to start. And my neighbor decided to start up I'm assuming it's a leaf blower or something. So if you hear that in the background, yeah, it's all part of the process, apparently. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope you're having a nice weekend. Interesting energies. I can't wait to see what comes through today. This will be fun. Oh, is it a leaf blower or what? I don't know, but definitely not the background sound I had intended. But we'll work with it. Oh, so as you're coming in, say hi. Let me know you're here. If you're new to me or my work, I'm going to do a couple of mini intuitive paintings. So these are the paintings that were created last week. Basically, I have you pick some colors from, in a minute I'll have you do that, pick a number that's associated with colors like that. And that creates the background, and then I paint what I see in it. And when I'm done with the painting, I go through and I divide it up and I give some insights and ideas of what it could represent and what it could tell us about the week ahead. They're like right outside my window. So yeah, if you're watching, say hi. Let me know if you can hear my neighbor's leaf blower. So at the end of the painting session, I also pull a few oracle cards, and I might do one painting today and then shift into some card readings for people individually. We'll see. But the finished paintings then are uploaded to my site. You can get prints of them if you love them. If you hope to own the original, I give away the original paintings to members of my Ko-fi community. So you can become a member for as little as $1 a month, and you're entered into the weekly reading every week. So it's a pretty good deal. Plus, everything is half off in the shop for members. So you can get a individual reading, a private reading, which is an hour-long session where you get to pick the background colors and I paint what I see, and then we talk about how the image relates to and gives you some insight into your spiritual path or your life path. So you can get half off on those as a Ko-fi member. There's a bunch of original artwork and all kinds of good stuff in there. So, all right. So that's my little spiel. If you have questions or if I forgot to say something, just ask. It's fine. All right. I'm trying to maintain my connection with it's funny because like the leaf blower thing, I remember listening to Wayne Dyer one time and he was talking about like leaf blower is a signal that I'm on the right track, because I'm laughing because it was like the timing was just perfect. My neighbor started up their leaf blower at 3:33 exactly, right when I'm about to hit the start button here. Hey, Wicked Witch, how's it going? All right, so I'm glad you're here. Hope you're having a good Saturday. All right, so I think the order, this was the first one. So I'm going to give this one away first. So we have, just to kind of recap from last week's message, was like pie in the sky, like heading off on an adventure toward your goals, your dreams, that kind of thing. And that this kind of, it looks a little bit like this adventurer, but crestfallen, but it's a shadow. It's just, it's an illusion kind of thing. And so it was just to be aware of that. And then this cuddly blue, I love the indigo cats. Like your intuition may feel like comforting, but also sometimes a little bit invasive, or like like hug but won't let go, like give you some personal space. Sometimes your intuition might feel like that a little bit. So if that was let me know if that was your experience this past week. But lots of like going toward the light. So we've got the moth image here. And then the second one was talking about your heartstrings, or playing your own song, or really getting in touch with your own true nature and letting that, and this very peacefulness in that, trusting the divine guidance and timing. So I'm going to do this giveaway first. So I have, let's see if I can keep this on here while I do it. That would be cool. No, that's not going to work. Bear with me. All right, I'll just take it out of there. So I have the Wheel of Names. It's a very fancy way to do my giveaways here. And I'm going to do this one first. So we're going to pick a winner here. I've got all the current members of my Ko-fi community right here, anybody who's subscribed, and I'm going to spin the wheel for the winner. Let's see who it is. Reem, congratulations, Reem. You won this one this week. You're one of our winners. Yay. Are you in the blue? I love that you could see yourself on there. That's awesome. Okay, so the second one. So congratulations, Reem. So the second one here, this one. Oh, look at the way it glows with light behind it. Ooh. Let's see who wins this one. Looks like Shelly. Congratulations, Shelly. Yay. And thank you to everyone so much for being a member and for your support. And those of you who aren't able to be a member, I love you just as much. Thank you so much for showing up and encouraging and all that. And those of you who I'm just meeting for the first time, welcome. Thank you for being here. All right. Well, congratulations to this week's winners, Reem and Shelly. So I'll send you messages through Ko-fi. And if anybody wants information on how you can get on there, just let me know. There's a link in the bio. Yeah, so if you go to my profile, you'll see a link to my website. And on there, you'll see, it'll say Ko-fi membership, enter the giveaway. So each week I do a giveaway. So yeah, maybe I'll find the information on there. So it's as little as $1 a month. You'll be automatically entered into each weekly giveaway. Yeah. So let me get the lighting here. Nice. So I'm excited to see what comes through. So now we're looking at, let me look at my calendar real quick. Today is the 18th. So we're creating an image today, maybe two, that will span the energy of the 19th through the 25th. And I will be here, I think, next week. I don't know. It's like tentative. The next 2 Saturdays are both holidays for me, so maybe not. I don't know. But I'll let you all know if you're on my list or whatever. I will be doing a giveaway whether I come and paint or not. I will have some paintings. So this painting that we're creating will be given away. So let's see what it turns into, yeah? All right, let me get centered. Centered and caffeinated, that's how I work. All right, so when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to kind of take a deep breath and think of a number between 1 and 36. 1 per person, just put it in the comments. Those would be the colors that we use for the background here. So 1 number between 1 and 36, 1 per person. Ellie, you're here. Hi. 1. 1E? Oh, it was at a 12. Got it. Where's 12? There it is. 14, 13. I love that it's 12, 13, 14. Put this up here so I can read properly. Pink, yeah. I thought for sure it was going to be blue. Days of Bummer. That's cute. You get the blue covered there. 13, 14, 26. You are always here, Ellie. I appreciate that. It's always nice to connect. 15. All right, so just a reminder, 1 per person. Otherwise, it gets really confusing for me. Let's see. So we've got 2, 12, 5, 13, 14, 26, 15, no more piles. What? What's that like? I don't know what that's like. I do for a little bit. All right. So these are going to be the colors for the first one. If you haven't chosen a color yet and you'd still like to, you can choose a number between 1 and 36, and you have until I put the plastic on these. Oh, look, we got a little... Oh, never mind. I lied. Yeah, the piles always return, don't they? Oh, thank you for the finger heart. That's cool. It did look like a person sitting on the... Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There was something very comforting about the first 2 colors, the 2 and the 12. Alright. Hi, Sonia. So I'm creating an intuitive painting. Translating the energy of the collective into an image, and then I will translate that image into messages for the week ahead. This is a mini version of my, I mean, and by mini I mean it's just smaller. So it's a mini painted reading. I do these for individuals, for individual peoples, but this one's for the collective. If I decide if I'm going to continue the calendar, I keep going back and forth. I don't know. I kind of want to focus on my oracle cards and create it. I have had a digital guidebook on the back burner for over a year, and I think that's where I want to focus my attention. All right, a couple of things I'm noticing here is that it wants to kind of spread horizontally. So what are they, like it's like a lateral move. So it feels like this week will be kind of like lateral moves. Instead of moving forward, it'll be more stabilizing. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to pull up the excess energy. Well, Lovey Lou, hello. I'm good, thank you. I'm glad you're here. All right, so let's take a look at how the energy's sitting, because I feel like there's a lot. I can feel like this, almost like a mass in the internal. So lots of emotion, or lots of, well, maybe it's that time of year, you know, when we start a new calendar year where we tend to do some of that life review stuff, right? And I think that's kind of what's sitting over here. And actually that looks a little bit like a kidney. So I want to say there's some processing that may show up also in the body. Just kind of, processing, I think, is the word I want to use with that. Like filtering, like cleansing, clearing out some of our old ideas and cleaning out the emotional closets. How's that? Anybody feeling that already? Because I think I am. Thank you. Have I ever not been able to see something? Nope. I'm always able to see something. And if I can't see anything, although I can't remember ever not really, sometimes it takes a minute, but it's usually more of a challenge of which thing to focus on versus not seeing anything at all. But even if I weren't able to see anything, that would still give me information for the reading. So that would be totally fine too. Oh, it's so bright. I hope it's showing up on the camera. It's nice and bright. Just make sure here. Make sure we've got all the excess up. Energy feels pretty smooth. I don't feel any like, I have a feeling that a lot of us have been doing a lot of energetic work, so there's not like a whole lot of blockages or like heavy stuff like that. Right off the bat, I'm seeing like what feels like two figures, like one here and one here, but also kind of like a central, like a head. Here's like the nose and chin, like that kind of thing too. Let me know what you see. What do you see? Or what do you feel? Because sometimes it's not just what we see, but what we feel in it too. This feels like a little flower. It kind of reminds me of the boot from the calendar the other day. There was a little rain boot. So I like to look at it from like a big picture perspective. Hi, Ellie. And then I also like to zoom in. So from the big picture perspective, the kind of like big picture, I see like this head and maybe like this is all hair or flowers in the hair or something like that. But I definitely see like a 3/4 view. But if we get in a little closer here, we can look at some of the fine details. It's like an eagle shape or almost like an ant, kind of a puppy. This looks a little bit like that blue looks to me like some sort of big cat or maybe a seal. Now there's two Ellies. I love it. I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for asking. This dark blue kind of feels like a thumb and a forefinger, like maybe grabbing at something. This right here, this looks like an eye, maybe like a little dragon or something. There's a horse. Blue face, yellow lady in a dress, like a marshmallow skewer with bacon on it. Ooh. Wait, are you saying like a... Hold on a second. So are you saying like a marshmallow with bacon wrapped around the marshmallow? Is that a thing? Sorry, totally distracted. I so from here, I was thinking like I feel like there's a person here. Both of them feel kind of feminine to me. Like this is a yellow person and this is a blue person. Just bacon-esque you are. Oh, a woman with a bow and arrow. I love that. Oh, is this the bow? And this the woman? Distracted by bacon. It's like I could write. That's going to be the title of my autobiography. Let's see. An eye on top, like right here. I think there's an eye, isn't there? Here's the. Ooh, that's a clear eye too. Look at that. It's got a pupil and everything. Neat. That's okay. You just waltz in here and talk about bacon. I'm trying to do some work. Is this the bow and arrow here? So they're facing like this way then? Going that way. And this is the body. This legs standing out like brave. Tiger or dinosaur. Oh, that's cool. Can you see the... I still see this figure here. Like this is the nose and chin. Also. Okay. Yeah, I really like that yellow figure here. Like warrior pose almost. Okay. There's a tent on the bottom in there. And then another little pyramid back here. Oh no. There's a pink pig with blue eye. Yeah, that's undercooked bacon. That's sad. I don't mean that. I'd prefer it in pig form, I think. Cuddlier. Okay. Let me just pull up. Well, the pink part is the tent. All right, I really like this figure here. Is it the legs? Let me see. I'm trying to decide what color to use for the shadow on that one, and I think maybe that blue, or maybe a darker blue. But I kind of want orange. I don't. Yeah. No, I'm gonna do red. Huh? I don't know. Golden stiletto. Yeah, it does. Yes, I see that. Those are, yeah, I was seeing those as legs, but I totally... All right, that's a knee right there. I'm just gonna decide, like, that's a knee, that's a calf. Yeah, you can, yes, feel free to screenshot and follow along. I like to draw what you see. I know I already started drawing on it, but if anybody wants to take a screenshot, give you a second. I feel like there's like a something, like a skirt or something. I don't even know. Like the neck is up here. Welcome. A pink sock or oh, like right here? I see that. This paintbrush isn't serving me well. Let's try this one. Alright, so now I have to figure out. This is like the bow, but good form. Pull right across the chest. I don't know how to do that thing, but I would imagine. It feels like I'm hearing the phrase heartstrings too. That's where you saw the bacon thing. Oh, okay. Oh, I see it as, that is a strip of bacon. I gotcha. They're smaller than I anticipated. I thought they were going to be bigger, but I need to start throwing away paintbrushes that suck instead of putting them back. Okay. So now there's another. How many Ellies do we have now? Wow, hi. It's like a Ellie convention here. I love it. Do you know that they have those like like I could go to a thing and with like a bunch of Lindas. Like I could go to see a bunch of Linda. Like that'd be, yeah. So here, I just feel like this is a jawline here. And then hi, welcome. I did end up finishing the calendar, yeah. Yeah, I'll have it on display soon. Yeah, finished it yesterday. So I guess we got another portrait going. This was, yeah. Yeah, I finished the calendar ahead of time, so that I could take some time off, you know. like that. I like this pink and yellow coming through there. It's interesting. There's a little bit of a grin. Oh yeah. I think I can feel a bird. Yeah. It's funny, I usually feel compelled to talk a lot more, but this one is very introspective. Quiet. Hi, Lydia. How you doing? Doing all right. It's a good day. My dog is snoring. Well, thank you. Do I do before and after pictures? I have a lot of before and after pictures. I don't usually, no. Because I paint so often now that, yeah. There's a lot of before and after, like on my Facebook page and stuff, though. It's fun to see the before and after. A lot of my oracle cards have before and afters. The portraits are fun before and after when I do soul portraits. Those are really fun to look at. Yeah, you can find those. You can find the before and afters. Yep. And all the videos here, all my videos here on TikTok are all time-lapse, so you can see the beginning and the end and see how they transformed. Well, thank you. May all your chicken nuggets be golden and crispy too. Yeah, I used to take pictures like of the process stages and stuff. You can see those. And it takes up a ton of memory. But yeah. I have a ridiculous amount. And that's why I don't do it as much anymore, because I just have a ridiculous amount of process photos. There's a cool one on my YouTube channel too, one of the first ones that I did years ago. And the reason I started taking pictures of the process like that is because it helped me let go of, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to ruin it, or that kind of stuff comes up. I was like, well, I'll take a picture of it where it's at right now, and that way, if I do ruin it, at least I'll have a photo. It's never really gone. Did that wake you up, Lulu? Yeah, I don't. Thank you very much. I don't believe it's possible to ruin a painting anymore. I'm more process focused anyway. So even if, and I have done this many times, which it kind of drives people crazy, but I'll just paint right over something, release it and change it. And I don't think it's possible to ruin something that you don't have an attachment to the outcome. I know that whatever I paint today is going to be exactly what we need to see so that we can get the insights we need for the week ahead. a mushroom? It's got like a mushroom growing out of her forehead or what? Sometime. Aw, well thanks, Ellie. Yeah, I do plan to do some more lives where I'm on camera. That's sweet of you to say. Me doing anything fun? This is it. This is my fun. Yeah. Yeah, this is. I enjoy this. I mean, I'll be hanging out with my son and dog, relaxing. I might maybe go see our town has like a little light display thingy. Maybe we'll go check that out. How about you? Anything exciting? So I feel like I want to like lay the structural foundation for this person, and I see a lot of triangles here, which like there's these triangles here. Triangles tend to represent our visions and dreams and goals, so it's kind of a cool. Yeah, art fun. I like art fun. So this arm, that's an elbow. Alright, so let's She needs like cool clothes though. About I'm not sure. Fiery. I feel like she's made of fire. Ah, building in Sims, nice. Yeah, I think build up that red. I'm sorry to hear you had a rough day, but I'm glad you found comfort here. Thank you for being here. Yeah, life gets rough. There's a It's a great book by Sean McNiff, who's an art therapist. I think it's called Art is Medicine or something like that. I can't really remember, but I just know that he's in it. I remember him saying, whenever we have a spiritual illness or emotion, I think of emotions as spiritual. Art becomes medicine. Like, it's here to soothe us and help us. That's what it's for. Let's try some orange in there. Hey, Jojo. Well, thank you. I'm doing well. How you doing? This overlap. I feel like needs to be blue in here. Oh, it's interesting. So, like, on this one, I was using red to define things, and here I want to use some blue to define. Oh, I like it. I was thinking, yeah, it's like burning hotter. It's creating some contrast. So, wee-haw. I'm doing my best to like suspend judgment and wait on the interpretation, but I definitely feel like there's some sort of it's like higher self, but it's like a fierce guardian angel kind of energy too. I love it. And what's interesting, and we'll talk about it some more in a little bit probably, but I just want to mention that it is pointing inward. So it's going after some internal processes, not external, nothing outside of ourselves. calls coming from inside the house, folks. Mm-hmm. Hey, Shannon. Yeah, it does have an Athena vibe. Very much warrior. Yeah. Yeah, Katniss is a good archetype. Yeah. The same warrior. She was like a social warrior. This feels more like our personal, internal. Fighting for the self kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Whew. You're both seeing those figures up here, huh? Uh-uh. There's the marshmallow wrapped in bacon on a skewer. Whew. All right. I still see like mountains or something back there too. And that still looks like a mushroom. So you're seeing people, huh? Long hair. Dark hair. Upper right. So up here, yeah? Long dark hair. So I feel like there are two people people with their foreheads together, sort of. And they have dark hair, and it looks almost like it's tied up, like part of it's tied up in a bun and the rest is hanging down. Yeah. I keep getting drawn back to the, it's like, come back to the big picture. I don't know. Let me set this a little bit here. Yeah, I see it as two feminine figures too. I actually see it as their backs are to us. My brain, I'm like having this inner dialogue. I go to dip my paintbrush in the actual paint water, and my hand goes toward my coffee cup, and I'm like, no, paint water. And it's like, no, coffee cup. And I'm like, no, paint water. I don't know why. It's actually just, it's acrylic craft paint. But I mix it with water. I use it, I don't know. This is why my paintbrushes are a mess. It's watercolor paper. It's like 140 pound. This stuff. It's funny, Ellie, because I was just going to say when all else fails, paint a tree. Make a tree. What can you make a tree out of? Hey, Aaron. Thank you. Yeah, I'm loving this one too. I don't know what that person looks like, but I'm gonna have to look. I know the name, I just am not, I've heard the name Iggy Azalea, I just don't know what they look like. Yeah, I really like this one too because I love fire and trees and eyes. So it's got a lot of my favorite things here. I feel like there's something. Hi, Emma. You don't have to stay in the corner. This one's pretty detailed. I might only end up doing one today. Yeah, I feel all these different elements too. There's so much going on. A little too dark, I think. Whew. It is a lot, but yeah, right. It does feel balanced and calm. Yeah, the moon. I love that. The color and texture in here. like how it's like half the face is sun and half the face is moon. Yeah, I don't know if easy is a word that can ever be used to describe art making anyway, because like it is easy and at the same time it isn't. I don't know. I don't really know what that means, but I think that's the best way I can describe it. It is, or it can be. Well, thank you. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do from moment to moment. I don't know if I'm gonna do the mountains or if they're just gonna stay the way they are, or if they're even mountains. It might be a pyramid back there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, the only thing I know for sure is right now is to darken this side. And it's funny because I'm like, oh, I don't want to add too much. And every time, like, I think I have way too much paint on my brush, and then I set it down and I'm like, oh, that's not enough. And then, yeah. It's uncomfortable, but I love it. Let's embrace the shadow side, you know? It's coming to life, isn't it? Ooh. I keep getting, oh, you hear that? How my breath caught in my throat. I keep getting the message like it's safe, it's safe. And so I think that's a lot of what we're moving toward right now, is this, like, safe to explore your shadow, maybe? Oh, we'll see. But it needs that depth, like it, as I add more and more, it's like exactly what it needs. Interesting. Thank you. Oh, wow. Whew. So we'll let that go for a minute. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the reminder. So if anybody wants a chance to win this original, I'll be giving it away next week. So become a member of my Ko-fi community and you'll be entered to win. Hello. Hi. How's it going? Well, that's the thing, is that how can you make a mistake if you have no expectation? Then how do you know? Like, if you don't have an expectation of what it's supposed to be, then how do you know if you make a mistake? I just assume that everything that I do is the way it's supposed to be. I'm meant to do that. Everything. There are no mistakes. That's funny because I used to think that I could paint, but I can't draw, so I can relate. Yeah, the only expectation I have is that it'll be it'll be the right image for what we need to see, because my goal or my intention is to create an image. Whoa, those are bigger than I expected. Is to create an image that will give us insights. That's it. Just do a couple over there too. I don't know about that one. And also, if you don't like something, you can just paint right over it. That's kind of... It's my favorite thing. Good enough. But I've seen your paintings and drawings. You can paint and draw. What are you talking about? Hey, Lexi, thank you. Girl Riot, I appreciate that. Check her out. Yeah. That's my personal belief, is that everyone is an artist. An artist is not a special kind of person. Every person is a special kind of artist. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this one for today. Since this one took me 2 hours. Yeah. I'm gonna interpret it in a minute. But I may pull some cards when I'm done here. I'm definitely gonna pull cards for this one, but I'm contemplating this here. It's only expectation for what you want it to look like. Yeah. I don't really have any expectations about what I want it to look like. My expectations are more like how I want it to feel. Does it I don't know how to say it, like, does the vibration of it match the vibration I'm feeling from the collective? Or if I'm doing a personal reading, does it match? Does it look like how the person I'm reading for feels? That's the only way I could say it. It sounds weird. Oh, I like that blue. Ooh, that's what it was missing. I'm like, Look at that blue. That number 5. So whoever picked that one, number 5, that's the one. That blue, that change. Ooh, look at that. Look at that done did. Yep. I hear this in my head. One time I was helping my friend write a letter to her boyfriend because she was mad. This is high school, right? And she's like, help me put this into words. I said, okay, let me see what you got. And the first lines was, dear so-and-so, we won't reveal names here, not that anybody would know them. Dear so-and-so, what you done did pissed the fuck out of me. And I like forever have encoded that phrase into my head. I love it so much. It cracks me up. What you done did pissed the fuck out of me. And I think that's coming up right here. It's like, it's a fiery little creature here. I wouldn't want to be on this end of their arrow, that's for sure. Well, thank you. Yeah, I wonder who picked the yellow. That's the number 2. Yeah, it definitely feels like protection. I agree with you on that for sure. Just take a look at this right here. This is craft paint. It's just like apple barrel acrylic craft paint. So just a reminder to anybody who doesn't know, if you're a member of my Ko-fi community, everything's half off during the live. Actually, I've left it up. Everything's half off in my shop for the whole week, for members. So you can get originals. You can book. I have a limited number. I think there are only 3 gift certificates for readings. Or you can book a reading for yourself for half price right now. And so if you're not familiar with my readings, they're essentially this, except for they're an hour long, not however long I've been doing this for. And so you'll meet with me on Zoom, and you get to pick the colors, the background, and I paint what I see and then interpret it with you for some insights into what you need to know. It's a good, if you want to do like, what to expect for the year ahead or something like that, or life path stuff. Let's put a little yellow. I know, I can't wait to do a reading for your mama. That's awesome. Need to go. No? Okay, those stay as is. Oh, thank you, Girl Rat. Yeah, you're a Ko-fi member and 100% recommend. I love that. Thank you. Yeah, and so I don't know that, if you are looking, or if you're still looking for, like Christmas presents or anything like that, I don't know that I'd be able to get anything shipped to you in time at this point, but you can get a gift certificate. But the originals there's a bunch of original paintings on there too. All right. I think this is that. I think it's done. Wow. Okay. Look at that. Well, this is a cool one. I'm excited about that. Look at that. I have to sit here and look at it for a second because holy shit. I mean, it's pretty clear. Like, wow. Okay. I'm just going to sit here for a sec. I really love the colors in this pyramid here and how they're like in the face. Like it's, All right. So if you're new to my work, if you're new to the weekly readings, what I'm going to do is go through and look at, I like to divide it into quadrants and kind of look at things and how they relate. And I read it similar to how I might read an oracle card or something like that. I look at the potential symbolism of each object and how it relates to other things and where they show up in it, that kind of thing. But before I start doing that, I want to emphasize that just because I say something could mean something doesn't mean it does for you. You are the ultimate authority on what things mean for you, right? So, that being said, let's take a look at what this could be potentially saying for us. And this is a good way. So one of the things I'm going to start doing in the new year is offering my services to people to help you interpret your own artwork. Because that's really at the core of who I am and what I do, is to help people connect to their higher selves, to their inner guidance through art. And so this is something that you can apply to any image that you create for yourself, or any image that kind of shows up for you, whether it's your art or someone else's, is to look at, first of all, the whole thing and what it feels like. So this one, for me, what I'm feeling from this one is, it's interesting because I think Wicked Witch, did you say there's like a lot going on? There's all these all the elements are represented. There's like everything all in one, which you would think would be overwhelming and hard to focus, but it feels so aligned, like a symphony where everything, it's very balanced, it's very harmonious, not balanced, but harmonious. So there's this sense of harmony and right placeness. Like everything feels like, yes, this is meant to be here. There's nothing that's there that's just like, I don't know what that's doing there. It's all, one of the things I look at when faces show up, do they have all the parts, right? Same thing with bodies. Do they have all the parts? Now, I'm noticing that, yes, there are 2 open eyes, there are ears, and there's a nose and there's a mouth. All the parts of the face are represented, meaning it's a fully sensory, with the body, the feet. What's interesting too, because I was saying, it feels like warrior pose, where doing warrior pose feels, it's like a very grounding kind of pose where you feel your feet really stable. And it's interesting that the feet are kind of in 2 different areas, right? One's kind of in the sky or a tree, and one's in the temple here. And so it isn't, but yet at the same time feels grounded. It is finished. Yeah, I'm just doing the interpretation now. So there's a representation of let's see, earth and fire, water and these blues, but also in the moon, air, kind of the movement of that. Look at the how this is moving, and then the sky, obviously air, ether, and air. So it's all represented. So let's kind of look into this face, and I'm going to call her she. That's what it feels like for me. And you can, interpret however you want. But I feel like this is her. So when I do a reading for an individual, I always say everything in it, just like a dream, everything in the image represents some aspect of self, right? So this is a collective. So this is the collective higher self. And when I was doing that, I was like, yeah, it's very much a warrior kind of going after something, but it's going after something internally. And the moon to me says intuition tied to emotion, and also that kind of indigo color over here. So it's like a protective stance, ready to launch a flaming marshmallow at whatever gets in the way of connecting with that. And just this confident, look at how confident, and almost a little smirk, like, the light and dark, the shadow aspect of self, and the light, the sun and the moon, like this year has been so full, like all the readings that I've been doing collectively, what's come up so much has been polarity and duality and feeling kind of pulled apart. In this one, finally, even the last one, there were these dual images. But if you go back and look at the few weeks, finally we have one image where the 2 ends of the spectrum are represented in one. And it's, yeah, it's great. And so, so this feels connected to the third eye, that energy. but also this, so we'll get to that in a second, but this feels like it's also obviously an aspect of the self, but it feels like a sense of home for some reason. Like I want to say like there's this like a beacon of, I don't have the words for it, but this is represented on the external, but look at how it's inside a circle, right? And that feels connected here too. So this little image right here, if you were to create a circle right here, feels like it could be exchanged there. So central to everything is this fiery protector, with the heart right at the center. And that yellow, that flame that feels connected to, it's a sun, it's a sun symbol, but also connected to that solar plexus energy, that personal wind, that kind of gut feeling, our, the body as an intuitive messenger, listening to that. I feel, and as I did while I was painting the whole time, I don't know if it was an unusual amount of quiet, but I just didn't feel like I had a whole lot of words this time. So looking at the left and right, this side tends to represent the internal experience, right? So it's like fully in the internal here, eyes open, right? And then this is the external experience, branching out, connecting with place and society. It kind of feels like society right there, like internal experience, night and day, and finding yourself in the center of that. Sometimes I get asked like, well, why don't you push the paint all the way to the edges? And sometimes I do, but I intuitively let it stop wherever it wants to stop. And sometimes it goes off the edges. I interpret the white space around as the non-physical realm. And then wherever the paint is, that's the material realm. And so I look at the relationships between the two and where it shows up. So for example, on this side, so in the top and the bottom, right, it stops before the edge. But on this side, there's a big doorway. So there's a huge connection to the non-physical realm in our external experience this coming week. And on the internal, where you would expect it even more, is just this bit, and it's connected through, the upper energy centers. I wanted to say too, it looks like little footprints or something coming up into that experience, which is neat. So I feel like probably it also looks like a fly. So I want to say like little messengers. So pay attention to little messengers from the non-physical realm. They'll be showing up a lot this week, probably. So top and bottom. So again, left and right is internal experience, external experience. The ear is on the external. And so paying attention and listen and paying attention to external things that you consume through hearing. And then internally is going to be more of like a reflective visual thing. So the top and bottom, yes, map. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. Yeah, that's funny. So the top and bottom, the top represents what's in our, it's like active vibration, like what we're aware of. And the bottom is what's in maybe subconscious or what we're not aware of yet, what's coming into awareness. So taking a look at the top only, this is kind of where we're at now. Like we're aware of this fiery passion within us and kind of this determination, this singular focus, looking internally. So maybe if you've been extra reflective and kind of focused internally with a vengeance, like I'm gonna figure out these patterns. This is the time for me. Now is the time. I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna change this pattern. I'm going to get to the bottom of whatever this is. If you've been feeling like that, that's what this is about here. Got your eye on the target, got the flame and marshmallow pulled back, ready to fly, right? This is what's underlying that, is this sense of peace. Why do you want this? Because you want to feel like this. You want to feel fully integrated and clear-eyed, embracing and it's already there. It's done. And your connection to, I feel like that's connection to home, to the greater, to the larger society, to a larger human family, not even human family, creation in general, that connection. But also the triangles tend to represent goals and dreams and visions. So it's goals and dreams and visions, but like in multiple dimensions, in the fully manifested physical experience. That's what's underlying some good stuff. So that's what's, at the roots, literally roots here, but up in the branches and trees. So let me know what you see, or any questions, or anything you want to see closer, or anything that's catching your eye. Oh, and up here too, I kind of got the message like to this is also connection, right? So this is something we know. That's also this idea of being part of community. And that feels like a connection that is in the ethereal realm, that wasn't meant to be defined on here, but can kind of like settle, like you would settle in, like a pond would settle. Is that how you feel that? Yeah. I have my eye on my goals and shipped them out. Nice. Yes. Is this the whole year's been unpacking, tackling, and dismantling familiar patterns? Oh, yeah, that's a lot. And look at the fully integrated being is just like, this just feels so like, I don't know. Tell me if you feel this too, but when I look at that face, it just feels grounded. I think that's what this tree is about, is like the grounded, but also that tree. I think, so here's what I want to say in response to the year of dismantling familial patterns. Thank you on behalf of the larger family of creation, because I think what you've been doing helps, the holographic whole, so to speak. I think that the work we're doing individually is healing the whole. And when I say the whole, I mean it in a sense that I don't think that we can even grasp how vast that is. But I think that our individual work, and that's why this is a huge community. It goes beyond, it just feels like it goes so much farther than we really can that I can even put into words, right? I can't really articulate it. But hopefully you can feel it from the image. Exhausted, but I know whoever comes after me will be free to be. Yes. And and that's that fierceness here. It's like, and it's a fierceness that stems from love. And it reminds me, so last week, one of the cards I pulled, I think I left it up here, because I'm going to pull cards on this one too. But one of the cards I pulled was this. And look at how that heart, and this one, remember, you were here, I think, and I was like, oh, this card, and you said, what did you say? Compassion fatigue. There's this compassion fatigue, right? It was like, oh gosh, I barely have it in me to care about myself. And then I have all these other people that I just like, oh God, like there's just so much to filter. And when I put the paint down, remember I said it was like a kidney. It looked like a kidney over here. And that was that filtering all the crap, and just love our hearts breaking for when the heart breaks open to make space for the suffering of another, the universe expands. And that's what I'm saying. It's a universal family that you're not just healing the patterns of your own, but for everyone. And because together we rise. I mean, like, yeah, we're ascending and rising. And sometimes it feels like we're pulling everyone up with us. And so it can be exhausting, but it feels like that peace is coming, where we're going to finally start to see, like you said, that it's worth it. That's what it feels like, is we're going to start to see and feel the harmony of everything that we've been creating. So let's look at last week's leading up to it and see if we can see. So these two were created last week. Right off the bat, I'm kind of looking at this. I feel like this turned into this. I'm kind of happy to see no more waterfalls. Because there's been a freaking waterfall in one for the past, like, I don't know how many months there's been a waterfall. And waterfalls, while they're wonderful because they represent, source energy pouring in, they also represent, like, in order for source energy to pour in like that, sometimes it's a painful falling and that kind of thing. So I'm kind of happy. Like, the waterfalls are pretty, but I'm good. But look at that. Well, that is an interesting little connection. And that was not very developed. Huh. Wow, that's trippy. Yeah, don't go chasing waterfalls. That's right. But look, that's wild. And one of the things I'm noticing here is 3. So I feel like there's the is there such thing as imperial fold? Because I just heard, I don't know what that means, but that phrase just popped in. Does anybody know what that means? I don't know. But so there's like this, there's 3 here. This also is shaped like a Thin Mint cookie. Just wanted to point that out. I think I might be hungry. I don't know. So, or it's sweet. But look at how it's evolved, right? So it was not very well developed here. Super defined, crisp lines, a shape around it. There's, it's gotten closer and more in focus. So it feels like that's where we were heading. And here we're almost there. So, and right before that, we had this moth to the moon, right? Here's the moon too. So yeah. And now I understand too why this one, it's just one. It's so funny because, like, I've been doing 2 for I don't know how many weeks, and now it's just 1. So we have finally, I think, integrated the duality, which, I mean, it's a good thing. Even though there'll only be 1 giveaway, I might just add another one. But yeah, so we've integrated. So let me pull a card around that. Hey, Hodgepodge Witch, how's it going? About to play Uno. So this is a mix of 3 different decks, the Mandala series, the For the Love of Trees, and the 55 card Sacred Journey deck. Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, it sounds like you are. The end of Egyptian, what? Is that a thing, Girl Riot? Back into the imperial fold, the end of Egyptian rule. Really? Ooh. Look at that. Okay. I'd say that's a pretty good one. Look at the tree in there. And that light. Okay. here's that waterfall that's not, I said no more waterfalls, right? But this one is flowing behind this tree with that golden, I love it, the golden light of grace. So I'll read the card while we look at the image. An invitation awaits your response. Acceptance gives stability to your dreams. Stand strong and allow divine wisdom to flow to you. Ooh. So tell me, what is this? Back into the imperial fold. That's so weird that it's related to Egyptian pyramid. I'll have to look into that a little bit. Wow, okay. So, big message of like, just, that's kind of like, be where you are. Let it flow to you. Like, you got it. Yeah. That's why I just don't have, it does look like a pyramid. And I remember when I painted this one and I was like, oh, it's like a triangle, but I didn't realize like it has another side to it, just like the pyramid. Oh, shoot. Good eye. I'm glad they gave you some answers. Nice. I'll have to look into that. And yeah, because when I was looking at the other one, that was the phrase that popped up. So I'll have to look into see what that is. But I feel like, yeah, maybe it's something about an end of an era or I don't know. Yeah. Let's see if I can get another. The golden light of grace. I definitely feel like light is, yeah, been doing all that. Sorry. I'm okay. Oh, that's perfect. The heat is intense, but necessary to reach deep into your core and release energies that went dormant due to the cold. Nourish and balance with water. Yeah, there's that. And that's when I was like, oh, good, there's no waterfall. And it's like, yeah, there's still waterfall. Sorry. You're responsible for the waterfall now. That's funny. I feel like there's another card in here too. Let's see. It's like I'm getting an image in my head of like a slow cooker, like a crock pot. It's like, okay, you're gonna kind of stay still for a minute this week, but there's still a whole lot of work going on. So it's like just sit and drink your water. Oh, here's a card from the yeah. Look at the colors and how that. I remember thinking, I'm like, oh, it's for such a like an intense, profound image and message. It's really, ooh, what the heck? Woohoo! I don't know what just happened with my camera, but it's really fun and kind of like confetti-like, right? So here's the card. Childlike wonder. See the world through the eyes of a child. Have fun. Make a mess. Enjoy the simple pleasures. So yeah, there's lots going on. Very intense. It's serious, but you gotta have some serious fun and play. Drink your water. Eat the frickin' ice cream. You know what I mean? Like, get the one with real sugar and real fat. Like, just give yourself a week, right? Heal that inner child. Make a mess. Look at the spots on here. How it's like, I didn't see it like that before, but now I'm like, oh yeah, there's like, get messy. Get messy, play. There's lots of yellow, lots of golden. Holy cow. Right? What is happening? I know. It's nuts, right? And now because of all this yellow, my eyes going like, oh, that pink is saying like that compassionate heart, having that kind of compassion woven through there. Chop wood, carry water. Right. Yes. Like do the things that are necessary, but rest. Do the things that are necessary and fun. Because fun is necessary. Your creative expression is necessary. Why is this jumping at me? This just jumped off the top of the pile too. Whimsical wisdom. There exists within you a realm of profound wisdom. It's not found by facing reality, but by following the fun. Be playful and be led by the jubilant song in your heart. There's another freaking waterfall, but look at little face peeking out. Yeah. Just to emphasize, in case anyone was questioning the wisdom of this card and you needed to hear it again, because I know I'm like that. Like, oh yeah, that card was saying, be playful, make a mess or whatever. But no, really. But no, really. Yeah. So I hope you have a wonderful week. So, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the live and then come back and probably pull some cards after I get up and stretch and stuff like that. And then this will be if you missed the painting or anything like that, it'll be on my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to become a member of my Ko-fi community, you'll be entered to win this original. So you get a chance to win the original. If you want a print of it, I'll have that up later this week. If you want to see the cards up close, there'll be a picture of that on Ko-fi later, tomorrow or something like that. All right, so there's a link in my bio for all the info, and if you can't find something, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment somewhere on one of my socials if you have a question. You can also, the link in my bio will take you to a form to send me a message. If you need to send me a message through my website, it'll go to my email. Well, thank you all so much for attending. Hopefully I'll see you in a little bit. I'll be back in maybe 20 minutes or so back here on TikTok to do some card pulls. All right. See you in a little bit. Bye.